Who you got?
Say it, Nick.
I'm going with the Eagles not making the playoffs.
Oh, I like it.
How many games does Wentz play? Because he's not playing the first month.
I wouldn't say he's not playing the first month. He's out there. He's practicing. He's moving.
3 of the first 4 are on the road.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's back by week 3, honestly, especially if things go, for a wrong turn at 0-2.
I would say 4-5. He's out there.
Their team is stacked. One of the luxuries of not having to play your quarterback. They add Bennett. They add Robinson. They lose Kendricks in the middle. I think that's a big piece there.
He's lost for good.
He might be. That might be bedtime for him.
20 years he's facing in prison.
Holy shit!
Insider trading.
Insider trading is no joke. Don't fuck with the monies of the CEOs in America, or you're gonna be in trouble.
I think that
Martha.
It could be something where I'm forgetting just how good Carson Wentz is. That could be something that makes this pick look bad. But I just think that Philly last year they won the Super Bowl and they're on this super high. They've never won a championship. It was their first one. Mm-hmm. And I can see just some regression. They're going to play a first place schedule now. They're going to have to play the Vikings. They're going to have to play the Packers too, I believe. So, the NFC East plays the AFC South and the NFC South. They play both South divisions. I'm a little higher on both of those divisions than a lot of people. I guess. I don't know. No, actually both South divisions people are high on, but I don't know, man. I just see some regression from the Eagles.
So wait. So who's winning the division?
I'm going with the Giants. I'm going with the Giants. Now, here's the thing. Last year, you guys picked the Giants to win the division.
I did.
I picked them to come in last. I also picked the Eagles last year to win the division. So I kind of have a pulse on this division. I'm going with the Giants. Here's why.
Speak to me. Please tell me.
They made improvements to the offensive line. And that was the biggest thing, right? My main concern with them might be Eli Manning in the regular season. In the playoffs 2 years ago with the Packers, he kind of answered the questions that I had of him. He wasn't the reason why they fell apart. But I think that last year was a year of hell, right? You lose all 3 of your starting wide receivers in one game against the Chargers. Marshall, Odell breaks his ankle or foot, whatever it was. Sterling Shepard also. The offensive line has been in shambles for many years. So you bring in Soldier, you bring in Willie Hernandez, you move Eric Flowers to what you originally drafted him for. A lot of people forget because it's been so bad, right? Odell just got paid. Everyone's healthy. Evan Ingram emerged. You got Saquon Barkley, too, who's going to help. He's going to help. It's not going to be anything that's going to hurt them. Mm-hmm. And I think that the defense last year just gave up on McAdoo. They didn't want to play for him. Janoris Jenkins, Olivier Vernon. You get Snacks in the middle. You bring in Alec Ogletree, too. You got Landon Collins, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. You're going to need Eli Apple to step up because you got rid of DRC. But I just think that new regime, new offensive line, coaches replaced. I think that's an upgrade too. I'm going with the Giants winning this division.
I do like the Giants. I have them at 8-8, finishing third in this division. I like what you said about the Giants, but their depth is a problem for me. At every position for the Giants, that has a great player, like you said.
Oh, depth is 1,000%. That's why I said anytime someone gets hurt from the Giants, that's a starter. If you look at my tweets.
It's devastating.
It's 3-13. Vernon got carted off. He couldn't put weight on. I was 3-13. And that's there's nothing behind them.
That's why if they stay healthy, now this team could win 10, 11 games. I definitely think that's the case. It's just that's what makes me hesitate and put them in third place at 8-8.
Since 2004, Eli Manning's first season, no team has won the division back to back in this division. And this has had the most worst of first of any division in all of football.
Even better than the NFC South, huh?
Yeah. Who came in last year? The Giants. Just saying that it happens a lot here.
Mm-hmm. You going with the Skins, boss?
Yo, come on, Cooley.
He got the Chris Cooley jersey on, by the way. Everyone who's not watching.
Nah, I got the Giants. I think the Giants can make a wild card push. I like the moves along the O-line, most importantly, Willie Hernandez and Nate Solder on that left side. I think it's going to do wonders for Eli, and I think it's going to do wonders for the non-existent run game that's been there over the years. So you bring in Saquon, and you add 2 members to the left side. It's huge. I'm telling you, it's going to help big time. And I think Evan Ingram is in for a monster. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt 700 yards, 600 to 700 yards, and a couple 5, 6, 7 touchdowns. I just think that offense is
8, 9, 10. Come on.
5, 6, 7 touchdowns. Yo, that offense is too high powered, and I'm not too big on the defense, especially the linebacking core. I'm not the biggest fan of Alec Ogletree. Still,
we've never had
pretty
a
thin
linebacking
there.
core though.
Tight ends are gonna wreck
I know,
the
but-
Giants this year.
I mean, that's been my whole life
Yeah.
as a Giants fan has been tight ends. Just
Right. Well, when you have Jordan Reed and Zach Ertz in your division, that's a problem.
Well, Jordan Reed, if he's playing,
If he's out there, yeah. That's well, you know.
I think
this bad boy.
Call him up.
last thing on the Giants, man. I don't know if it's me being a homer, but I'm giving Eli the benefit of the doubt the last couple of years because the offensive line has been so bad, and the fact that they trust him to not draft a quarterback and bring in a Barkley, I think that says a lot. And there's just something about having Barkley and Odell on the field at the same time. It's bringing me Steeler vibes. Like we always say, like, what are you gonna do first? And that's the kind of shit that we have. Like we had Danny, shout out to Versace Loppi in the background. Now we had him on DB, and he was like, let's just have a mad dope fantasy team.
Yeah.
But like when you think about it in like real football too, it's like, Bell and AB, it's like, what are you gonna first game plan to stop? And I think that there's something special with the Giants with those two guys.
So while Nick isn't counting out that Eli, I'm going to count out the other Eli Apple. I think he's going to have a horrible year, and I think he's going to get picked apart all year. That's losing DRC is like kind of flying under the radar. I think personally, I think Eli Apple is washed.
And
That's a huge one, yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught this with the contract. The Giants wanted him to take a pay cut to make 2.8 this year. He said no to that, and now he signed for the VM. So it's like, could have been in a better situation than you are now. Would have been making more.
Also,
bread
what was the
too.
deal
That's a
with him
pride
last
thing,
year? He
though,
was
when
like
you
gonna quit or something.
Yeah, no one wanted to play for McAdoo, bro.
You know
That's another thing you got to factor. Like, no one wanted to play for this guy.
Yeah, you can
Eli
tell.
Apple has had those issues too, where he's always calling mommy or something.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I
like-
was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yo, these dudes don't know, can't play in New York, bro.
Yeah.
That adversity hits them one time, and it's just like what we saw last year. I want to quit.
Pat Shurmur also brings a nice offensive scheme over. I like the addition of Pat Shurmur.